Let's break down a hip car. Today's variation is going to be side lying. So we're going to get in this nice straight body line with the hips stacked on top of each other. Your bottom arm can punch and your top arm can pull for a little bit of stability. We're going to take a breath in, pack that air down, creating intra-abdominal pressure. Start creating full body tension and solidifying your base. From here, we're going to work the top leg. We're going to bend the knee and start driving this hip up into flexion as high as we can. We want to make sure when we're doing this and the hip is going up into flexion that our low back does not round, so you stay nice and tall in your spine. Once we can't go any higher up, we're going to come out into abduction, and we're going to go back as far as we possibly can without allowing your weight to shift back and moving your body. Once we can't go any further back, initiate maximal internal rotation of that hip. Good. As we're doing this, we're also driving our hip back into extension at the same time. And now we can start driving that leg down into adduction. Good. From here, we're going to bring that hip forward and reset. From here, we're going to reverse it. We're going to donkey kick back into hip extension, going as far back as we can without allowing that spine to extend. So the spine remains in the same place the whole time, nice and straight. From here, initiate external rotation of that hip while you're trying to fight for as much abduction out here as you can, and as you start driving this hip back into hip flexion. Get to your highest point, then start driving in front of the body into adduction. From here, straighten out that leg. Good. So now we're going to do what is a real rep at a real tempo without pausing. So slowly bend that knee, driving this hip up into flexion as high as you can. Then coming out into abduction. Then initiate internal rotation as you drive back into extension. Then come down. Reset in front of the other leg, and then reverse. Donkey kick back into extension. Initiate external rotation as you come out wide, up as high as you can, back in front of the body, and all the way down. Let's do one more rep. Nice and controlled, maintain your tension. Imagine like you're fighting through resistance the whole time. Good. We're trying to squeeze out as much range of motion as we can without compensating elsewhere. So your body shouldn't be shifting back and forth. Your spine shouldn't be going back and forth into extension and flexion. We're keeping everything solidified and trying to just move straight at the hip. Always working your outer ranges of motion at every joint position and only pain-free ranges of motion. All the way back. Very nice. I hope you enjoyed this hip car. Peace.